Here we are back on Isla Nublar. It's been 2 days since the Acrocanthosaurus incident. It has also been 0 days since an incident has occurred. A worker had their hand chopped off by a raptor, and another threatened to resign after almost going blind after the Dilophosaurus spat acid into his eyes. Culprits were able to deal with this, and the 2 workers have now left the island and have also quit. Meanwhile, in the valley, the Struthiomimesis were on the verge of extinction, but were saved by the doctors in the lab. Other dinosaurs, such as the Stegosaurus, have been added to disguise the facility as a family resort. Orion Test 2 has also started to act differently than usual. We have started to make its fences taller and stronger. It's a bigger T-Rex than we expected. One strange thing is that the whereabouts of Ripper's transport helicopter have vanished. The Orion program are worried that something bad has happened to the chopper. The Orion program cannot afford for something to go wrong, as that helicopter has special embryos that will be used to make the perfect super hybrid. The one bad thing about this facility is all of its old, bad, faulty wiring that causes paddock gates to open. We can see this happening now in the Orion Test 2's enclosures. The Ranger team drives as fast as they can throughout the park to go and stop Orion Test 2 before any casualties can happen. Thankfully, the T-Rex is stopped and is transported back into its enclosure. And the Ranger team are able to fix the gate. They hope that this won't happen again. The gates aren't the only problem though. In the labs they are playing God. This Stegoceratops has been released into the wild for not being the correct genome. An embryo that is needed to perfect this asset is the Saurus. Once added, it will be able to make the perfect hybrid, the Monostegotops. Once added, the super hybrid known as Monostegotops should be able to take down a Carcharodontosaurus. And meanwhile this is happening in the labs. Fences are failing throughout the park. It is unknown why this is happening, and the Ranger team try all they can to try and fix the power throughout the facility. But all the time they are taking, dinosaurs like the Triceratops are taking advantage of the time and breaking out of their restraints. The Dilophosaurus have already one-upped all of the other carnivores and have made their way into the valley, where it is like a feast. The Dilophosaurus decides to cause havoc. One of them though heads for them people, and the other causes calamity for the herbivores. Next, the Velociraptor heads for the valley. The Parasaurolophus are scared, as this is a small dinosaur that can kill it in easily. The Acrocanthosaurus wants in on the action, and it sees that its gate has malfunctioned, so it runs towards it and joins in with the feast. It already secures a kill and makes the Synthetosaurus on the island extinct. Fights start between the female velociraptors and a Stiggy Moloch. Unfortunately, the velociraptor is a far stronger beast, and it scares it off. However, one creature steps in to stop this fight. The Stegoceratops jumps into the action and tries to fight the Carcharodontosaurus. The Stegoceratops puts up a good fight. The Orions are watching this battle from hidden cameras in the trees. They know that whoever wins this fight will be taken to the lab and used to perfect Monostegotops. After all, they want the blood from the biggest and the strongest. And unfortunately, the Stegoceratops leader is killed by the Acrocanthosaurus. The Stegoceratops is disposed of and is transported away. Meanwhile though, the ranger team comes in to try and tranquilise the Acrocanthosaurus to take it to the labs. The Acrocanthosaurus is able to kill a Struthiomimus before being tranquilised. And is finally taken down. The Acrocanthosaurus is ready to be collected and taken to the labs. Meanwhile, other rescue centre teams take away the dead assets that were slaughtered by the carnivores. Power to the park is then fixed as the ranger teams add in another power station. The power to the park is now added, but it doesn't mean that dinosaurs are back in their enclosures. They are still on the loose and are a threat to people. The herbivores returned from the other side of the valley when they were hiding from the carnivores, but they are now left without a leader. They must fight now for dominance of the land. He who will claim leadership. That is, if it wasn't for this. The Chimerasaurus. A very tall sauropod.
Ladies and gentlemen, the weather conditions have started to pass. Please resume your normal activity.
It's so big, it can only be killed by the Dominus Rex.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Chimerasaurus to the park.
As it splashed through the waters in search of food, it is the now new leader of the herd. It makes itself look like it's at home, and makes itself feel at home. as it realises it sort of looks similar to the Diplodocus and the Apatosaurus. It knows that it will fit right in. In the labs, they are again tampering with dinosaurs and nature. But they are not just tampering with any dinosaur. They are getting ready to make the next Carcharodontosaurus. Making the next gene of Carcharodontosaurus is a very delicate task, ever since the last one died against Ripper, all the way back on Isla Matanceros, aka Divisaur. Divisaur's genes are being held all the way over on Isla Sorna on Site B. In the next episode we will travel there to collect them so we can create Divisaur once again. But in the meantime, everything is quiet and peaceful in Jurassic Park once again. This is episode 2. Signing out.